Very short pruning video here. I just want to show you one cut, and this is what I call the replacement cut. See this branch here, it's horizontal, okay? Well, I can assure you that this was originally upright. This branch is growing upright. As a matter of fact, we have a lot of nasty disease on here. This is a problem caused by the woolly aphid, but I just mentioned that because otherwise somebody would say something about it. But yeah, the woolly aphid damage, very bad. Just didn't get enough spray last year. But yeah, this branch was growing upright now. That one was growing upright. You can see it's fruited a lot. It's got some well-worn fruit spur systems on here. Sadly, in some ways, of course, it's got some quite nice live buds there. However, this is coming out. I'm going to make one cut here. This is what I call a replacement cut. It's about removing this whole system completely. Okay, now that looks a bit radical, doesn't it? A bit radical. On the other hand, it now means that we can get round here with the mower much more easily. We can get into the middle of the tree to prune and spray and pick much more easily. And this branch, I'm not going to do much to this at all now, but I am going to. You may pretend this aphid damage wasn't there. Okay, ignore that. But I've more or less finished pruning that part of the tree. There's just one similar one here. This is a smaller one, but again, this is a branch system, I should say, a fruiting system or fruiting subunit or whatever. Again, it fruited last year. It water fruited this year, but it's not going to be allowed to. Actually, it's got a bit of disease on it as well. So again, once again, what I call the replacement cut. That branch, in the development of the tree over time, that branch, well, it did its job, it played its part well, it fruited. It was pulled down by the weight of fruit, and as it did so, space above it, another branch grew above it, and that branch is now being favoured. And the same thing will happen over time. You know, a branch like this will be pulled down, it'll be past its best, it'll fruit for a time, it'll be past its best. I'm going to complete pruning this tree, but I just wanted to show what I call the replacement cut, which is a useful technique in pruning. I'm just wondering whether to take this one clean out as well. I may decide to. But they're just two big pieces of wood removed from the tree. Two big pieces. I'm just going to stand back and look at the tree from a little bit of a distance. It looks quite a well balanced tree, doesn't it? And that has taken me not very much time at all to do that. I haven't finished the pruning, but I won't film anymore because I just wanted to show what I call the replacement cut, which I think is a very useful general principle. And I'll do that before I do anything else, to remove big fruiting systems which have served their time, they've played their part well, and they're now a bit low, they're getting in the way of stuff, and there's a new branch above them which will now take over from them. Because there's no point me spending 5 minutes doing careful little spur pruning and cutting back the fruit bud and cutting to outward facing buds and all sorts of stuff if the whole thing's going to be sawn out. So that's the first thing I do when I approach a tree. See if there's any big systems that need to be completely removed, take them out, and then stand back and see what needs to be done next.